Hey guys, I'm Carol Jurgensen Sheets, aka Carol the Coach, and I wanted to talk to you about a simple concept that is really difficult to do. If you're a sex addict, and I could give you one wish, it would be the wish for rigorous honesty. You know, there's that old adage about how do you know if an addict is lying? Well, it's if they move their mouth. And there's a part of me that doesn't like that, but there's a part of me that knows that that's absolutely true. In that, to do what you've been doing for months and years has required that you lie about your whereabouts, what you're doing, what you want, who you are, what has happened to you in your life. And so I'm going to talk about honesty because I'm not just talking about honesty in that you need to let your wife know if you have objectified, or you need to let your wife know if you were triggered or by something that started a fantasy. It means being honest about every part of your life. It means sharing with her or him what you spent that day, what time you got up, what time you went to bed. I know if partners are watching right now, they're saying, that's not the important stuff. I want to know, did he call her? Did he get a text? Did he keep his eyes where they needed to be at work? But you want rigorous honesty at all costs. And you want to be rigorously honest. It's difficult in a marriage to be honest. And what I know to be true is when you work on that simple concept, your entire life gets better. I was talking to a couple today, and they were looking at finances. And she actually had a sum of money that she's been contributing to their joint finances. This comes from her family. And he had been lying about the points on the Discover card. And he had been using those to pay off things that were legitimate things. But he wasn't telling her that he was using their points. And when that occurs, it triggers a woman to doubt every single thing that has occurred for that day, for that week, for that month. And I know rigorous honesty is difficult, but that's why you go to 12-step meetings. You get reminders to be honest, to face your fears head on, to share your feelings, to be authentic. And if you're in early recovery, what I know to be true is that your partner is probably tracking your every move. And you feel like you're having a talk to your mother or your father, your parent, because you're having to account for everything you're doing. Well, I promise you it's not going to be that way forever. But it has to be that way in the beginning of recovery. And if you're into this 2 or 3 years, that part should be better because you should have proven yourself by now. One of the things that when I talked with the woman today, she goes, how do I know? How do I know that he's telling me the truth? He's the best liar in the world. And I said, you know how you know? Because he leaves clues. And you've got the opportunity for a polygraph test. And that's going to be ultimately what helps you to know that he is building your trust and building on truth. Now, for so many of my addicts, they go, I don't want to take a polygraph test. I'm not afraid of getting busted, but that's not the life I want to lead. And I'm here to tell you that oftentimes you have to, just to assure your partner that you're being honest. This is Therapy 101. Oh boy, I got Boo coming up. Excuse me here. I don't know where he went. But what I do know to be true is that it is absolutely imperative that you do whatever it takes to rebuild the trust, to rebuild her faith in you, to rebuild the faith you need in yourself. And, I had a man today who said, Carol, I get so upset when my wife starts getting critical and she puts me down and I'm working so hard and I'm doing way better and she doesn't believe it and she's getting triggered and she's putting me down. And I get triggered. I want so badly to be believed. I don't want to be criticized. I want her to see that I'm the new and improved. And here's what I know to be true. I say that a lot, don't I? What I said to him is, you got to be able to share your feelings. But if you need her to validate you, I'm going to ask you to turn that around and say, what do I need to validate myself? Just like I tell partners, you need self-care to be in sync with knowing what you need. I tell the addict, you need to figure out how to feel better about yourself and not leave it up to her to do that. Because right now she's spinning and she can't give you that. And if you wait for her to give that to you, you're going to be in a dead relationship. So you need that validation to come from within. It's empowering. And that may look like, I've gone 8 months and I haven't gotten on an image at all. I've been attending 90 meetings in 90 days and I haven't missed one meeting. It may look like, I am calling people in the fellowship because I want a relationship with them. I know that's what I need. I know it's what's going to make me healthy. You got to be able to give it to yourself. And when you do, you'll feel better. You'll feel less criticized when she does criticize you. And you'll feel more like being honest. Because that's what she needs and that's what you need to grow. So rigorous honesty is important. I've got this magic wand in the office. And if I could pull that out right now for you, I would say, work on your honesty. Work on it for one day. Do an experiment. Say, can I be honest for one day? And again, that means that there are no white lies. When you feel like holding something in, you don't do it. You tell her or him. It means you share feelings. Even if she goes, I could give a crap about your feelings right now. You share them anyway because it's the right thing to do to connect and to develop intimacy. You be authentic. You be transparent. And you be real. And this may be the first time you've ever done this in your life. It's a big challenge if I'm going to ask you to do it, and I'm going to ask you to do it for one day at a time. And I do know that you can do it. So, start tomorrow. Give it 24 hours. And don't be surprised if you catch yourself lying by omission, lying a white lie, or holding something back that you should tell her but you don't feel it's safe. Know that that's the process by which you will create an awareness that will move you forward towards being honest. And then also know that in any relationship, whether there's addiction or not, it is hard to be honest in a marriage. Now, Dr. Phil says you don't have to share everything. If she says, do I look fat in these jeans? You don't have to say yes. You might say, well, I like the other pants better. But what I'm asking you to do is to absolutely let her know that she can count on you to be honest about what's going on in your life. Because she spent years, 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40, I met with a woman today, 47 years he had been lying to her. And they're working on trying to make this work. You can do it too. That's a little hope, strength, and recovery from Carol the Coach. If you have any trouble, email me at carol@carolthecoach.com. Listen to my podcast. That would happen to be blogtalkradio.com/Sex Help with Carol the Coach. Or go to iTunes and subscribe for it free. And last but not least, I would love for you to go to my website, Sex Help with Carol the Coach, and buy Sexual Addiction Wisdom from the Masters, because when you do, every bit of research that is done on sexual addiction is supported by grants and funds. And when you buy this book, every bit of your money goes to research. It's the right thing to do. Okay, I will catch you next time for more Sex Help with Carol the Coach. Have a great night.